I get it. You've been watching your videos online on YouTube, watching people like me talk about wholesaling real estate, and now you are ready to start talking with your sellers. You probably already started, and you've been asking your sellers all the right questions, and you have been asking them specifically the reason why they want to sell the property. Now, you've probably been asking this question different than I would ask it, and I'll let you know how I would ask this question, but I first want to let you know that it does not matter why they are selling the property. It doesn't matter. You've probably heard to ask them, why they're selling so you can decide, what's their motivating point is, and that'll give you leverage in negotiations. It's not that that's not true. However, it's just that it really doesn't matter, right? So stick around for this video. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter, and I'll also tell you the correct way, or at least my way, to actually ask the seller why they are selling without asking them specifically why they are selling. All right. So the first thing you need to know, guys, it doesn't matter why the seller is selling the property, because at the end of the day, if they are selling the property and the numbers work, then that's all that matters, right? So they can tell you that they're selling the property because they are moving, they're relocating, right? And, that's something that you would like to hear, being that you're, looking to wholesale the property, buy it up under market value. So maybe they're looking to move right away. So in your eyes, you're like, hey, I got a deal. I'm happy I asked this question, right? But then you get to the end of the conversation and the price does not work, right? They're moving right away, yet they want market value for the price so they can afford their next home. So what I am telling you is not to not ask the question. I'm not saying do not ask the question at all. However, I am telling you to gauge it, right? So one thing about this, real estate, wholesaling business, and really real estate in general, and a lot of things in sales in general, you really got to read, cues from people. So you can kind of hear in someone's tone of voice when you're on the phone how motivated they actually are to sell the property. Now, if they're just saying, yeah, I want to sell, how much are you offering? They're probably not going to be your, specific clientele, just because they're already so, how much are you offering, without going through the whole process. And it's not to say that is the case all the time, but with someone like that, this is why it is important for you not to just say, well, why are you selling the property, right? Because, if you're going to ask them the question, are you interested in selling? And then they just come back and say, yeah, I'm interested in selling, how much are you offering? How would you ask them, are you looking to, or why are you looking to sell? You can't really, ask that question properly, especially just not like that. So I'll let you guys know how you ask that question, right? So the first thing you want to do anytime you come across this type of seller that's kind of hot, that's kind of upset, is hit the like and subscribe button for this video, because I give you a bunch of tips for seller objections. And also you can go ahead and, download the course Cold Call to Success by clicking the link in the description. I give you a whole bunch of, tips and tricks on how to deal with seller pushbacks. And I have just tips and tricks that I picked up over 2.5 years of full-time real estate wholesaling. However, you've seen the little, the picture with the iceberg and everything, and they saying, just I'll give you the tip of the iceberg, then there's all these other things. So I'm going to give you the tip of the iceberg right here, all right? So tip of the iceberg right here, what you would say to the seller, instead of just flat out asking, why are you looking to sell the property, or, what's your reason for selling? Instead of just flat out saying that, you will want to ask them, besides getting the right price, is there another reason you are interested in selling the property? So it's not rocket science. I know I probably did a big build up. You probably was expecting something more, but I can tell you that it works very good. All right. So asking them the question that way, what you're doing is you can actually respond to the question of how much are you looking to, yeah, I'm looking to sell, but how much are you looking to offer? Right. So you can actually respond to that question by saying what I just said. Instead of saying, well, why are you looking to selling? You would say, well, besides getting the right price, Mr. Seller, is there another reason you are interested in selling the property? And you would want to say it like, well, besides, before we get to the price, is there even another reason you look to sell besides getting the right price? Right? So that way you bring it up like that, and what you're hoping for, what you're looking for, aiming for right there, is that they will faithfully say, their real reason for selling the property. Again, it could be good. You could have leverage. It could give you some pointers, some tricks, tips and tricks. Maybe there's something that you can do to help them out on your end to make the process easier for them, so that way they accept your offer, just because you'll be able to give something else on your end, like pay for moving costs, whatever it may be, right? So all of that being said, guys, if you ask the question that way, then you are able to still, have a fluent conversation without just saying, well, why are you looking to sell the property? What's your motivated reason for selling the property? Why are you, motivated to sell the property, Mr. Seller? Instead of saying anything like that, remember, just say, besides getting the right price, what's another reason you are interested in selling the property at this time? And you'll get exactly everything that you're looking to get out of that, 10 to 15 seconds. But remember, 5 seconds actually. But remember, it doesn't matter, ultimately. It really doesn't matter. Even if they tell you, hey, I need to sell the property because I, have to pay some taxes right away. If the taxes or if the numbers don't work, the numbers don't work. So what I'm telling you is, yes, ask it if you feel that they are genuinely looking to sell, but do not ask it for a couple reasons. If they are in a hurry, don't ask it. It's a waste of time. If they are looking to sell and they give you all the information, they just start going, they just give you everything you need to hear, even the asking price, then don't go back. It's redundant at that point. Lastly, the last reason why you would not want to ask the question of, why are you looking to sell, is if they are, coming to you and they are bringing the property to you and they are simply asking you, how much are you looking to buy the property for, right? If you are asking how much you're looking to buy the property for, you say, again, you heard what I said, besides getting the right price, what's another reason you're interested in selling the property at this time? You'll simply just ask that question, okay? All right, guys, this will help you be more efficient. My thing is cold call to success, qualify your leads in 1 minute or less. And that's what I teach you guys in the course, Cold Call to Success. So again, click that link in the description and don't forget to subscribe and maybe even hit that notification bell. I appreciate you watching, and as always, keep your heart in each step and you are already a success. Get to stepping.